bring it right down. Now,
I ain't got a drone up.
You've got a drone up.
I haven't.
You have. You walked past me with a drone.
I haven't got a drone up.
Where is your drone?
Pardon?
Where's your drone?
Right. Just listen to me. Just go over a sec.
Go ahead.
Right. You've obviously got the drone up.
I haven't.
Well, you have.
No, I haven't.
Just listen to me.
No, you listen to me.
Right.
I haven't got a drone up.
Just listen to me.
Go ahead.
So what's that then?
That's some drone footage.
Right. Okay. So where's your drone?
Huh?
Where's your drone?
What's it got to do with you, buddy?
Right. Just so you know, you are committing an offence.
I'm not committing an offence at all. Am I flying at this minute?
Listen to me.
Am I flying?
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Right.
Just to let you know, we'll contact the Civil Aviation Authority to put a temporary ban on flyovers.
Mate, he said I'm flying. No, I'm not.
So,
Am I flying?
where's your drone?
What's it going to do with you guys? I'm not flying a drone.
The very first officer approaches with confidence, but instead of asking questions, he jumps straight into an accusation, insisting that the auditor's drone is flying illegally. The auditor, keeping his composure, calmly points out that the flight is already over and the drone has been safely landed. Still, the officer insists, pointing toward the controller screen as if is caught evidence of a live flight in progress. What he doesn't realize is that he's looking at saved footage. Patiently, the auditor explains, that's playback, not a live feed, but his clarification falls on deaf ears. Moments later, a second officer steps in and tries to strengthen the case by declaring that they're contacting the Civil Aviation Authority to put a temporary flight restriction in place. But here's where the whole situation unravels. If they're only now attempting to create a restriction, then it clearly didn't exist when the drone was in the air. And without a restriction at the time of the flight, there can't be any violation. It becomes clear that the officers are essentially moving the goalposts, trying to retroactively change the rules in order to paint a legal flight as an illegal act.
Just crack on with your job.
Right. Under Article 256 of the air navigation, you are committing an offence.
Offence? Am I flying a drone at this minute?
Near the building.
Look,
Okay.
the joypad's not moving. Look at that, guys. He's just said I'm committing an offence.
They can fly themselves. It's not stupid. I own a drone myself.
You want a drone? And so, am I committing an offence now?
Yes, you are.
So are you arresting me then? Are you arresting me?
I'm going to take your details and someone just...
I'm not giving you the details.
I'll have to arrest you.
Go on then. Go on then.
Right, okay.
I'm not flying a drone.
To justify the arrest, the officer leans on Article 256 of the Air Navigation Order, a regulation meant to stop drones from being flown recklessly or in a way that could endanger people or property. On the surface, that sounds serious, but when you look closely, it doesn't apply here at all. The auditor wasn't flying in a chaotic or dangerous manner, and there was never any threat posed to anyone nearby. His drone was a DJI Mini, weighing under 250 grams, which places it within the safest category of drones under aviation rules. The flight itself was calm, controlled, and nowhere near emergency operations or sensitive areas. Rather than ask even the most basic questions, like whether the drone was still airborne, the officers chose to escalate. Things took a dramatic turn when a female officer abruptly grabbed the controller straight out of the auditor's hands. Ironically, if the drone had still been in the air, that sudden action could have been the one thing to create real danger, possibly sending the drone spiraling out of control. The irony is hard to miss. The supposed guardians of safety ended up being the only ones acting recklessly that day, while the pilot remained measured and responsible throughout the encounter.
I'm not flying a drone. My drone's in my bag, you pair of muppets.
You won't give us the drone.
Mate, you've just am I being detained? Detained for what?
Committing an offence under the Aviation Act. Okay. I have told you that. I have asked you.
Am I being detained?
I've asked you.
Am I being detained? I'm arrested?
Yes, you are.
Right.
Okay, all you need to do is show us the drone.
My drone's in my bag.
I asked you. You said.
My drone is in my bag. Check my bag.
I was just trying to say, I know that. But he's made that decision. He's a grown man, and if he wants...
Mate, no, my drone's in my bag. I've told him it's in my bag. He's detaining me, arresting me for a
You
drone.
need to get your details as well, your name and address as well.
What? I was flying it before you actually told me it was an offence. Why is it an offence when I've got a... Are you arresting me? Serious?
Yes, I've just arrested you.
Will you check that bag just to make sure my drone's in there?
Once we've got some safety details.
This is... Hey, do you know what? This is an unlawful...
Listen to me, alright? Before
Yeah?
you start shouting. Once we've ascertained your details and confirmed who you are, we can look at de-arresting you in relation to...
De-arresting me? I've not committed an offence from the start. I've got a licence and everything.
Under UK law, an arrest isn't supposed to be based on suspicions or vague feelings. It must rest on solid, reasonable grounds that an actual offence has taken place. It's not meant to be a tool for fishing expeditions or a shortcut to find out more. From the very beginning, the auditor stated plainly that he had followed every rule, broken no laws, and even held the proper licence. Yet none of that mattered to the officers in front of him. They never paused to ask which type of drone he had, whether a license was even necessary for such a small device, or if the flight was legally compliant with aviation standards. Rather than taking a moment to gather the facts, they skipped straight to the cuffs, as if assumption alone was enough to prove guilt. No verification, no proper checks, just a rush to escalate. That kind of policing doesn't uphold the law, it undermines it. When officers swap due process for guesswork, the system flips upside down. The law stops being a shield for the public and instead turns into a weapon against the very people it's supposed to protect.
You don't arrest people first, mate. That you're doing the wrong thing. The law.
You come with me.
Pardon? It wasn't playing, mate.
Come with me.
Jog on, you muppet. Who's got the controller and the phone?
What did you do?
I need that control and the phone because he's got the evidence, mate.
Right, okay.
I proved to you I weren't flying a drone.
You haven't proved it, you was being awkward.
Mate, you said that I was flying a drone.
What controller is? I can't talk, you're shouting.
I have got handcuffs on and they're hurting, mate.
Have you got his controller? Right.
I do.
We'll take the controller.
So look at that, that's still going as we speak.
Right.
That was from footage before when there was no blocker in the area.
Just search his bag.
Yeah, of course, mate. What was your name, fella?
I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not obliged to because I'm not committed an offence.
I was only asking your name.
This exchange reveals a quiet but very familiar pressure tactic often used in tense encounters. At one point, a female officer casually leans in and asks the auditor for his name. He remains calm and polite, explaining that under UK law he isn't required to give personal details unless is actually suspected of committing an offence. That's a clear, lawful response. But without hesitation, she brushes it off with a light remark, "I was only asking." On the surface, it comes across as harmless conversation, almost like small talk. But beneath that casual tone lies strategy. By posing the question, the officer shifts the burden onto the auditor, making him seem uncooperative simply for exercising his rights. Meanwhile, she maintains the appearance of being reasonable and friendly. In reality, it's an implied demand dressed up as a casual request, subtle enough to sound innocent, but heavy enough to put pressure on the person being questioned. And when that request comes from someone in uniform, backed by legal authority, the weight behind those words is anything but casual.
He's detained me and I'm in handcuffs now.
I've already told you, under the Aviation Act, you are committing offence. You're flying a drone near buildings.
Near buildings.
Without a licence, you can't do that.
I've got a licence. I've got a licence. Am I permitted to give you a licence? Because this area is exempt from the CAA.
Where is it?
Eh?
Where's the drone?
It's in the bag. Look through the rest of the bag. Not inside the bag, not that bit.
Sorry, guys, can I just ask you to take a couple of steps back for me? Thank you.
No, it's sorry.
Oh, so now Constable is seeing that my drone's in the bag, as it is. It wasn't flying when he pulled me and put me in handcuffs. So now, this is a wrongful arrest. Am I still being detained, Constable? Please let me know soon, because the longer this goes on, the more you will be a civil court matter. Okay. And I will prosecute you.
That's fine.
Personally. You've detained...
Make complaints, Lancashire Constabulary, mate, by all means do so.
Are you being cocky, Louis?
No, I'm telling you where to make your complaint.
Peace, what's your collar number?
Sergeant 5409.
Sergeant 540. Are you happy with your constable doing what he's done to me?
You'd like to make a complaint?
Are you happy with what your constable's done to me?
Ashley?
Can he let me out of these cuffs now?
When the officer finally checks the auditor's bag and discovers the drone neatly packed away, it becomes undeniable proof of what the auditor had been saying from the very start. The flight was already over. This moment is more than just a small detail, it's a turning point in the encounter. The entire foundation of the arrest was built on the claim that he was operating the drone unlawfully, yet here lies concrete evidence showing the drone wasn't even in the sky at this stage. A reasonable officer would stop, reassess, and admit the situation had been misjudged. But that's not what happens here. Instead of acknowledging the clear contradiction, the officers double down, pushing forward as if the facts haven't changed at all. The original reasoning for the arrest has crumbled. There's no active flight, no risk to the public, and no violation of aviation rules. What remains isn't proper, evidence-based policing. It's an arrest built purely on assumption, one that has now been completely disproven, yet stubbornly pursued.